Oh, there we go. That should be the microphone. Good evening, guys. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing great on this nice Sunday evening, or at least evening for me. I saw someone there who was a bit earlier in the day. Anyway, this good evening, guys. So, just to give you up to speed what we're gonna do tonight. This Thursday, the game Dual Universe, which has been in development for a couple of years now, actually quite a few years now, and it has been under like complete lock and key. Everybody who had access to the game were under strict NDA not to share any pictures or videos or live stream it or anything. It's been complete lockdown. But just here 3 days ago, the NDA lifted, and during that, the developers, Nova Quark, they did reach out to me and said, "Hey, do you want access to the game to try it out, stream it, see if it's something for you?" Not being paid by them, they just gave me access, and I figured that we would go today and learn this game together, because I have not left the spawn point at this point. Can I please what? Right, raise. Yes, raise mic levels. Is that better? Is it a little low still? I try to give it a little bit there, maybe. Is that better? Pop noises, what? Okay. So I've been checking these pop noises that you mentioned last time, and I've been doing multiple tests, and when I'm recording with my stream software, they're not there. I don't know why they're here. I don't know where they're coming from. It's not on, it's something in OBS. Okay. I don't know how to fix that. I thought that was fixed since I couldn't recreate it, but I guess it only works when you're actually live streaming. I'm gonna try to adjust some things here. I hope it's not too bad, but okay, I hope you can live with those noises. I don't know what to do to solve it at this moment, I must admit. Hello, Picard. But I think we're just gonna go, gonna jump in game, and then we're gonna check. Hold on, okay, we're just gonna do a quick, very quick bug fixing here. If I do this, right, can you guys tell me if you still have the pop noises? Because now I have all other sources muted. And if you still have it, is the right mic active? Audio sounds wrong. Audio sounds wrong? Nothing so far. Interesting. Okay. Sounds good here. Crystal clear here. Okay. You know what? I think I'll try to enable that, and we're just going to slowly enable things until we hear it. I have maybe a suspicion where it's coming from. But let's just jump in game, and we'll see what happens, and we'll take it from there. And I'll try to play around with it and see which one it is. I think I maybe know which one it is. I think it's the direct camera audio, because the camera has an audio input as well that I'm obviously not using, but that was actually enabled. So I'm just gonna, yeah. Anyway, let's jump in game and let's see what happens here. So you guys just let me know. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, there we go. How are sound levels in game? That is a little loud, maybe. 5x5. Okay. Okay, good. So this is essentially the spawn area. This is where you spawn when you come into the game for the first time. And I figured let's just run through the tutorial. No popping. Okay, see, it was just that camera input. That's really weird. Okay. Let's just basically run through the basic tutorial, and I figured then you could kind of learn the game together with me, because I'm expecting a lot of you guys won't know what this game is all about at all. But job number one is to go to that green thing.
Very good. Now, let's try the jump action. You are in perfect shape. Great. Let's try your headlight, which is very useful in dark areas. Press the headlight key twice to turn it on and off.
Twice?
Now, take your time to look at the world around you through the glass panes. This gigantic planet is all yours to conquer, as well as the many other planets in the system. You are free to shape the world as you see fit. Build an empire, explore the vastness of space, create a trade federation or a pirate alliance, or live secluded on a forgotten moon. There are no rules here, except for the one you make for yourself. When you are ready, follow the waypoint and look through the marked window.
Okay, will do. So I should probably say this is it's an open world crafting game. This is obviously handcrafted, the area we're in now, by the developers. This is the new player area. So this is locked down. You can't do anything about. You can't change anything here, but the rest of the planet you can pretty much change to your liking. It's a massive multiplayer game. You can see here we have at least 1, 2, 4. There's a guy standing there. There's a guy standing there, and everybody is. How big is the game in gigabytes? Around 8, I think the download was around 8. But again, this is doing the beta, so that can change significantly. Please listen to my own stream with headphones. Is it? Hold on, let me just check which mic source. Whoa, that was not what I wanted. I'm just gonna check which mic source I'm actually using right now. Hold on. Properties. No, that should be fine. Let me just. Is that better, Donglora? I just changed the compressor settings back to well. There we go. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm gonna check the sound quality after the stream. I hope this is okay. We need to find and look through the marked window. Okay.
The buildings in front of you are one of the many district areas of Alioth. Districts contain all the facilities that you will need to begin your journey. In particular, they host institutes where various tutorials are located. We will get back to that later. Now, it's time to go and start preparing for your journey. Head downstairs and follow the waypoint. Continue down and get close to the screen, marked with the green waypoint.
Okay. Rather steep stairs, I must say. That is... I mean, I wouldn't want to fall down these.
Let's begin by looking at your tools. Tools are located at the bottom of the screen in the form of quick access slots. You can select them with the quick access keys. As you can see, the last slot is currently empty. We will now learn how to equip a new tool in that place. Approach the highlighted tool dispenser unit next to you.
What? How did I do that? The highlighted tool dispenser unit. This one?
Dispensers are elements, which are objects you can deploy in the world. For example, chairs, windows, plants or doors are all elements. Some elements, like this dispenser, can be activated by pressing the activate key while pointing at them. Very good. The dispenser just gave you a new tool that is now stored inside your inventory. The inventory contains everything you can carry around with you. Let's open it by pressing the inventory key. The inventory is a central interface for managing everything you carry around with you. It contains items like tools, materials, elements, or blueprints. We will look into it in more detail through the various specialized tutorials. For now, locate the repair tool that was just given to you, and simply drag. Well done. Note that the inventory does not have an infinite capacity, it is restricted in volume. Thanks to the nanopack technology, this volume is pretty huge, but still, better keep an eye on the size of objects you store. Now, simply close. Okay. We are now ready to continue downstairs. This time, we will need to use an elevator. Move to the designated waypoint.
What's a waypoint over here? Is this an elevator?
Elevators are connected together via up and down links. Stepping onto an elevator and pressing the crouch key or the jump. Welcome to the main room. You can get back anytime by stepping on the same elevator and pressing the jump key to go up. In front of you is a miniature reproduction of the Ark ship. You can perhaps see the real Ark ship through the windows in the distance. Let's try to also find it on the map. To open the map, press the map key.
Press the map key. F4?
This is Alioth, the planet on which you currently stand. You can rotate the planet by clicking and dragging it with the mouse. You can also zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. Zoom until you can clearly see the hexagonal tiling on the planet's surface. Each of these tiles is a territory you can claim. Tiles in red are already claimed. Tiles in purple are non-claimable, and mostly exist around the Ark ship. The Ark ship is represented by a small icon in the center of the purple tiles area. At any time, you can center onto your position on the map by pressing the center icon on the top left. Try it now. You can also mark any place on the surface of the planet to create a waypoint. Waypoints are displayed in your HUD so that they are easy to track. To set a waypoint, simply right-click on a point on the map and select Set as Destination. Very good. There are still many areas on the map that you will learn to use over time. For example, the Selector area here allows you to list your constructs, review bookmarks, and see any available warp beacons or other points of interest. In the lower right corner, you can find the list of current objectives in a tutorial, usually with hints on how to achieve them. For now, let's just close the map. Press the upper right close button. You may have seen on the map that certain territory tiles are claimed.
Our
To
objective
claim a
were
tile,
to
you must
listen to her.
deploy a territory unit on the ground. Let's have a look at one. Follow the waypoint.
Where's the waypoint? Oh, here we go.
As you can see, it's quite huge. Once a territory unit is deployed onto a tile, this tile belongs to you. It means you can start to build constructs on it, you can decide who holds rights to dig the ground, and whom else can also build next to you. Territory units are quite expensive and will probably not be the first thing you deploy on Alioth. Instead, we have a much better way to let you grab a piece of land. Let's discover this now. Follow the waypoint behind you, to the elevator on the end of the room, and move up. This will take us to the observatory.
Oh, observatories. Okay, elevator. Any of them?
Welcome to the observatory. From
Yes.
here, you should be able to see Alioth's moons in the sky. One of them is a very special moon, called a sanctuary moon. We will explain what that means, but first, let's try to locate it. Let's open the map again by pressing the map key. The map also contains a solar system view. Click on the System tab to open it. Here you can see all the planets currently accessible in the system. Select Alioth, the planet where you currently are located. As you can see, Alioth has 3 moons. One of them looks a bit like a twin of Alioth and is marked with a small shield icon. This is the Sanctuary Twin Moon, or the Twin for short. Select it by clicking on it. Excellent. Now, good. Now, this twin moon, just like Alioth or any other planet, is also covered with tiles that you can claim. A sanctuary moon is a moon where no combat will ever occur, as it is a safe zone. This means that every territory you claim will remain yours forever, and nobody can take your belongings or build anything there without your consent. This is a great way to create a safe haven to store your valuables and build your home. Getting to a sanctuary moon and claim a tile should be your first goal in Dual Universe. You can claim only 1 tile on a sanctuary moon, and you will need a special sanctuary territory unit for that purpose. Let's go and get one. It's free for all new Novians. Close the map window. Notice how the sanctuary twin moon is now identified by the waypoint in the sky.
Neat.
There is a shuttle service, which we will introduce at the end of this tutorial, that can bring you there.
Okay, so we don't have to actually build.
Now, let's get your sanctuary territory unit. Simply follow the waypoint to the nearby dispenser and activate it.
How convenient.
Fantastic. Now that you are equipped with your territory unit, let's get back to the rest of the tutorial. Head down via the nearby elevators. Now is the time to present the key pillar activities that are available for Novians. Each of these will be presented here quickly, and you will later be able to discover more about them via the institutes and their dedicated tutorials. Let's head to the mining station first. Follow the waypoint towards the downstairs platform.
Did someone say mining?
Mining is one of the primary activities. This is how you acquire raw materials, if you don't simply buy them on the markets. Those materials are located either on the planet's surface, or they can be buried kilometers deep underground. Surface materials have a low value, while more valuable materials, from level 1 to level 5, are found deeper. As is often the case, to access the surface mining activity, you will need a tool. Here is the harvest tool, which is highlighted in the toolbar below. Pointing at harvestable elements on the surface and clicking on them, while the harvest tool is equipped, will allow you to collect them. Press the quick access key for this tool to equip it, usually the first in the toolbar. Great. Unfortunately, there are no surface harvestable elements here, so you will need to go through the dedicated tutorial in the Mining Institute to practice. Now, unequip this tool. To begin mining deep underground, you will need a way to scan for available materials in a large radius. This is the job of the scanner tool, highlighted here. Once in close range, the directional detector will help you pinpoint the location of the material. Finally, to collect the found material, or simply to dig your way down, you will use the mining tool, highlighted just below. You'll learn more about this in the interactive mining tutorial, located inside the Mining Institute. Now, let's talk about the markets. Get close to the waypoint. Markets are an essential part of Novian life. This is where you can sell the materials you mine, but also buy anything that you might need. Markets are physically located in the world. They are accessible either via market pod units, like the one in front of you, or via the integrated nanomarket interface. The nanomarket interface allows you to browse markets at a distance, but cannot help you to deposit or recover items that are traded. For that, you will need to directly interact with a market pod. Very quickly, let's have a look at what the nanomarket interface looks like. To open it, press the nanomarket key. You can search for a particular item that you would like to trade by using these search boxes. Nitron is a fuel you will often use and frequently buy. Type nitron in the search box to get access to the nitron markets. You can see the market orders for nitron. These are all the intentions to buy or sell nitron by other players on various markets in the solar system. You can pick the cheapest or the nearest offer, depending on your priorities. You can also create your own buy or sell orders, or let the system pick the best offer for you. We will look into this at the end of this tutorial, when we will buy nitron for your speeder vehicle.
Oh, speeders.
For now, let's close the nanomarket interface and continue our visit.
I have 300,000 money things.
Okay, let's now have a look at another important activity, industry. Go to the industry station. In front of you is an assembly line, one of the many industry unit elements in the game, which includes things like chemical reactors, glass furnaces, refineries, or smelters. Each industry unit type is specialized through certain types of recipes. The assembly line can take ingredients in an entry container, like the one here on the left, and then run a recipe to craft elements. The elements are stored in the exit container, as seen here on the right, that can be chained as an entry container for another industry unit. To select the recipe, there is an industry unit interface that you will learn about in the dedicated industry tutorial, inside the Industry Institute. Thankfully, entry-level recipes for simple products can be run without an industry unit. For that, you can use your integrated nanocrafter. Before we open the nanocrafter, let's get some ingredients we will need from the nearby dispenser. Excellent. Now, let's open the nanocrafter by pressing the nanocrafter key. We are great. This interface allows you to pick a recipe and run it in the background to produce simple products. On the left is a selection area to pick a recipe. You currently have just a few ingredients, which allow excellent. Now, let's click on Nitron Fuel to select the corresponding. The panel that appeared shows you the necessary ingredients, which you just retrieved from the dispenser. It also offers the possibility to add this crafting job to the queue. Simply click on Add to Queue to start. Fantastic! As you can see, your job is now in the queue and you will have a batch of nitron ready in a few seconds. That will be all for this short introduction. There is of course more to know, and you can go to the Industry Institute to go through the specialized tutorials. For now, let's close this window. Okay, now let's learn about building, and how you can use all these materials and elements to create amazing constructs. Just turn to the station on your right. This bizarre construction in front of you is called a construct. It is a mix of deployed voxel materials used to sculpt a shape, and deployed elements to make it functional. The first element you deploy to create a construct is a core unit, as highlighted here. It will create a building zone, within which you will be allowed to build. Core units come in different sizes, and also specializations. Static core units are for ground buildings, dynamic core units are for ships or anything that moves, and space core unit are for space stations. Once you have created your building zone, you can start to deploy matter, as voxel honeycomb materials, or voxels for short. You have a large palette of tools and materials to help you sculpt absolutely anything you like, regardless of shape or complexity. Finally, you can add elements to your construct, in the form of engines, doors, lights, fuel tanks, or any of the hundreds of available elements that provide functionality to your builds. Building is a vast subject. It is advised to go through the various building tutorials located inside the Building Institute. Note that the building you are currently in, as well as all the other buildings outside, are entirely made with the in-game building tools. Also, some of the cool constructs you can build not only include static buildings, but also space or atmospheric ships. Let's have a look at this now. Follow the waypoint to the next station. This is a surface speeder, a very basic ground atmospheric vehicle that is both convenient and cheap to build, and allows you to move around planet surfaces. You'll be gifted one at the end of this tutorial.
Oh, nice.
Everything in this speeder is functional and plays a role in making it work. Let's quickly review the different elements that it's composed of. Here are the hover engines, which help the speeder float above the ground. These extra small atmospheric engines are used for propulsion and moving forward. They require fuel, taken from this atmospheric fuel tank. Adjusters are small elements used to create rotational forces and help balance your ship. You also need brakes to be able to slow down. And finally, you need a piloting seat to be able to fly it. Activating this piloting seat activates the ship, which is how you take control of it. All these elements are orchestrated via a Lua script that is generated automatically for you. But you can also modify it via a right-click menu on the piloting seat to create absolutely any kind of control you like. Note that piloting in the atmosphere of a planet or in outer space can be very different and involves different types of engines and design. Gravity may ground you if you have a heavy cargo on a high-gravity planet, while it won't matter in the darkness of space. In Dual Universe, piloting is an art, a subtle interplay between your piloting skills and the craftsmanship of the ship designer. You can learn more about piloting in the dedicated tutorials in the Piloting Institute. Piloting is not only about navigating your ship, but will often also involve combat. Look up at the fighter above your head. I've highlighted the weapons that are equipped on this small ship. There are many more types of weapons, ammunition, and damage types. Each has a specific role. This is a small fighter, but you can also build giant battleships with a crew of hundreds of people, each assigned to a particular task. There is much more to discover about combat, so you should definitely visit the Military Institute to know more. Now, let's go to the last station and learn about organizations.
Yes.
Follow the waypoint.
People have been who've been playing it prior to this come out has been building like full-on space stations, like stations in space. So there are pretty cool opportunities to build things.
Organizations are a fundamental part of your social life as a Novian. They are groups that you can join, covering things like nations, corporations, alliances, or even group of pirates. Let's have a quick look at the organization interface. Open it as you can expect, you are not part of any organization yet. Let's click the search button to find out. You can search through this list, focusing on open organizations, which are recruiting, or sorting by member numbers, name, or language. To apply for an organization, you need to open its details page. Click on the name of any of the listed organizations to open its details page.
Click on the what?
In this window, you can see a summary of relevant information regarding this organization. This area will allow you to apply to join this organization, along with a place to write a quick introduction to go along with it. Joining an organization can be a considerable boost for your new life as a Novian. Choose wisely. You can now close the detail window. You can, of course, also decide to create your organization from scratch, even if this is a little bit more advanced. For example, managing an organization involves legates and members, rules, voting, and management of rights. This is something you will discover later. You can now close the organization. Excellent. You have covered the basics. Now, let's move to the next step and talk about talents. Follow the waypoint.
This is just a basic tutorial.
To start with, let's open the talent window by pressing the talent key. Talents define your character abilities. They are grouped into categories that are displayed all around your avatar in this window. Here, for example, is the mining and inventory group. Excellent. Now, look on the left at the list of categories that correspond to this group. Each category hosts several talents. Finally, select the nanopack upgrades talent. Very good. Talents can be upgraded from level 1 up to level 5, by spending talent points in increasing quantities. Each level acquired provides a boost to a certain characteristic, described just below its name. For example, here the nanopack upgrades helps to increase the size of the inventory by 200 liters for each talent level acquired. The amount of talent points you currently have is displayed in the upper part of the screen. Talent points automatically accumulate, even when you are offline, at a slow rate, shown here. To consume points to instantly train a particular talent, you could simply use the Invest Points button I just highlighted, assuming you have enough points for the talent you are aiming for. Most of the time, you have very little accumulated points, because the rate of accumulation is slow. Instead, you can decide to queue a talent, and enter an active learning phase, which considerably boosts the talent point acquisition rate. Let's train the first level of the nanopack upgrades talent. Press the Queue Talent button. As you can see, the selected talent now displays in the queue. You can queue several talents to train one after the other. Note that dependencies between talents might exist, and you should train talents in the right order. See how the acquisition rate is much faster during active learning, when a talent is in a queue. Acquired points are immediately assigned to the talent which is currently being trained. It is a good practice to always have several talents scheduled in the queue, to be able to train them without interruption. Note that talents also train when you are offline. So, make sure to always have a filled queue that spans a long duration. If the queue ends when you are not online, you will fall back to the slow talent point accumulation rate. Take your time to review the existing talents, and think about how you want to plan them out. There is no rule of thumb here. You can become hyper-specialized, or decide to be a jack of all trades. When you're ready, you can close the talent window.
Let's make a skill queue. I'm thinking I would, as always, go straight for mining. Oh, right, so you have the main categories here. Okay, so here we have ammo, crafting. Oh my god. Avatar. Ooh, get more walking speed. Jetpack speed. Equipment management. I recommend Nanocrafter Tier 4 and Advanced Nanocrafter Tier 2. Nanocrafter, so industry, I guess. Recommended. Inventory and mining are good starters. Mining and inventory, okay. Mining and inventory, yes. Nano container, nano. I have no idea where this is. Nanocraft, what did they call this? What did you call it? Nanocrafter. Interface looks. Yeah, the interface is relatively good. I like it. Inventory manager. Nanopack. Nanopack. Advanced Nanopack. No, Nanocrafter. Is that the one? Nanocrafter Tier 4 and Advanced Nanocrafter. Okay. So this one's almost done. So I can put this. Should I just use my free skill points, I guess? I can put this into queue. And advanced. So I need to put this in as well. This is 6,000. Okay, so I need that to level 3 before I can build that one level 1. Fair enough. So let's take this one all the way to level 4. And then we're just gonna go for this one level, what did you guys say? 3? 2. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay. This gives me... Oh, that's pretty cool. 13 hours here. We can put some more stuff in. Can we put some mining stuff in? Because this is not even just total time. Okay, total time 18 hours. Okay. Advanced mining. Mining optimization. Minus 5% time to the mining tool max. To the time to... Oh, okay. So something that would take 1 hour. Okay, cool. Scanner upgrade. Detector upgrade. You know what? I'm just gonna go for advanced mining level 3 as well. Add to queue. Okay, we need to have some mining range. So now we have over a day. That should be... You can't see this because my camera's in the way. But it all sums up down here at the bottom and it says I have over a day. I want to know if I can expedite this somehow. Train talent. Now I'm just gonna spend some of the free points I have. Nice. There we go. Okay. Now that's doing its thing.
At this point, you might be confused by the vast number of interfaces and their various shortcuts. Thankfully, you don't have to remember all that. The menu on the left gathers all the quick accesses to the available interfaces. And since your mouse is now free, you can simply click on them. Note that you can also select the tools in your toolbar, and generally interact with many more menus and options in this mode. One example is the notification icon in the lower right part of the screen, which you can now access. Now is also a good time to learn about the codex, which is a general written tutorial about the game. It can be spawned with the codex key, but you also have access to the windowed codex. You can browse the many topics in the selection menu here. Normally when you leave the free math mode, temporary windows are closed, but not the windowed codex. So it can be helpful to pin some help content on the side while you play the game. For now, we are going to close this window, as we will need the screen space for the remainder of this tutorial. Simply click again on the windowed codex menu. As we are talking about help, let me mention hints. Hints will appear regularly on the right during the game, depending on your actions, to give you some help. I've triggered a hint for you right now. You can review them later from the hint window, or simply by pressing the hint key, so you will never miss one. Okay. You can now...
What? Did I...
Now, it's time to discover a really fun activity that is available to you right from the start. Let's go through the large exits, down the stairs, to the waypoint.
Down the stairs? Okay.
Welcome to the Surrogate VR stations. These stations can be used to enter a VR session to control a remote robot in telepresence. This is a fantastic way to discover locations and familiarize yourself with the game, perhaps even visit a large organization headquarters, or simply play tourist in extraordinary places.
You can play VR inside the game.
You first enter into a VR stations like this one by activating it.
What?
You can then select a destination site, among those that are public and are made accessible to you. You take control of a robot that awaits in a distant pod. Anyone can deploy a pod in their construct and make it public, so that visitors can arrive.
Oh, God.
As a robot, your capacities are limited, however, so this is just a way to visit an area remotely, as opposed to teleporting there directly. These are fake stations, you cannot use them. But I will show you the real one on the way out, a bit later. One last thing, you may have noticed those buttons with a question mark on them. They are info buttons. They are placed in front of points of interest and you can press on them to display an informational message. Try it now, and activate this button.
Nice. Does that mean tutorial done? No. I feel like I'm missing something. Should I press this button again? There's another one here. Oh, this one.
Great. Info buttons close themselves automatically, but you can also force them out with the cancel key. Another powerful way to discover things by yourself in dual universes. Good, let's continue.
Oops.
The next important thing to learn about is the notion of rights. Everything you own can be shared with others, but it is by default only accessible to you. For example, try to deactivate the highlighted force field on the left. You can do it by pointing at it and pressing the interaction key, and see what happens. You receive the action forbidden message, telling you that the owner of this element did not share it with you. This is actually how you can make your construct secure against intruders. Now, in the same way, try to activate the left button, that controls the light above. Again, the right to activate has not been given to you. Now instead, try to activate the button on the right. As you can see, this time it worked. You can control the light by pressing this button. To set up an element's rights in a simple way, you can use the right-click menu on an element that Here, you can access the Share Element, or Share Construct options, in the Construct submenu, which will allow you to grant rights to others.
Okay.
You can now click. A much more complex system is available for advanced players, that allows for fine-tuned rights control, in particular for organizations. You can share whole constructs, manage specific types of rights, and create groups of players with certain abilities. But this is way beyond the scope of this introduction. You should try the rights management tutorial instead. Now, simply deactivate the force field on your right by pointing at it and pressing the interaction key. Don't worry, I have given you the proper rights. Very good. Now, let's continue our visit and go down to the lower level, using the elevator at the end of the room.
Oh, here we go. Elevators. Got it.
On both sides of this corridor, you will find resurrection nodes. Drawing on the consequences of the Everett interpretation of quantum mechanics, we were able to design a technology which preserves your state of consciousness across multiple realities. We control the multiverse in order to branch you onto a version of reality where you happen to respawn here on one of these platforms whenever you die. So, you cannot really die. There is always a version of the universe in the multiverse where you wake up here. Beware that when you die, your inventory will not be preserved, so don't take death too lightly. It's important to know that you can craft or buy your own resurrection nodes. You can then install them in your ship or in your home. When respawning, you will always appear at the nearest active resurrection node, so in general you don't have to always get back to this room. Alright, so we are now almost ready to exit the starting hub. The last step is about collecting components to allow you to build a speeder ground vehicle. Follow the waypoint in the direction of the exit. On both sides of this room are demonstration versions of two of the most popular UEF hovercraft speeders. These ground vehicles are extremely efficient to quickly navigate the surface of a planet, and you will need one during the first steps of your journey. Distances are real, and transportation is a necessity. One way to acquire these speeders is to get a blueprint and to run it. Each of the highlighted dispenser will grant you the blueprint of the speeder next to them. Go get one of them by activating the dispenser. You can pick the one you prefer, or take them both.
So, it would have been fun though if when they showed you the respawn nodes, that they say, hey, let's try this out, and like a robotic arm comes down and shoots you or something, kills you. And then, there you go, now you respawn. I don't know, I like this one better. It looks cool. This one is more compact though, but it has a weird engine here at the front, I guess, for braking. And then two engines at the back. Where are the hover nodes on this thing? The Mark 6 is easy to upgrade.
To run a blueprint, you can simply double-click on it while it's in your inventory, to deploy it into the world. You will be guided by the ghost bounding box that will appear. We will do that later. Another requirement to be able to deploy a blueprint. Now, don't deploy your blueprint right away, you may need to do that later on a sanctuary moon. But keep it in your inventory, it will soon come handy. Blueprints can also be created by you, when you've built a construct and want to save a copy of it for yourself. You can of course also use it to mass produce your creations and to sell them. Blueprints are like intellectual property, and can become very precious indeed. That being said, this concludes the starting hub portion. Look around you, this room is also a sort of small museum showing many elements and materials.
Oh, oops. Exit! Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the outside world. In front of you is a large parking area where many ships come and go, mostly to get to the nearby market. Let's actually go on the other side, where we will find the market and the institutes. Follow the waypoint ahead of you. You can run by pressing the run modifier, but you can also sprint at great speed by hovering above the ground thanks to your jetpack. Simply double tap the forward key. Try it. Very good. Now, let's walk to the other side of the parking lot. Great, we are now at the district's market. Let's actually use it to buy a bit more fuel for our speeder. Head towards the waypoint and activate a market pod. This market pod interface is very similar to the nanomarket interface we have already seen. There are however some key differences, which we will get to shortly. For now, let's search for nitron fuel by typing nitron in the upper search box. Here again, you can see the different market orders for nitron fuel, with the current market's name appearing in orange. Since there are sell orders on this market for nitron, you will be able to go through the simplified instant buy option. Instant buy will pick the best offer on the market where you currently are, and is a very good method for beginners to easily buy something. Simply click on the local instant buy button to start buying nitron. Now, enter a quantity here. When you are ready, simply confirm your purchase with the confirm button.
How much do we need? 100? Yes, 100.
Congratulations! You just acquired nitron. However, it will not go directly into your inventory.
Of course not.
Instead, like anything you buy on a given market, it is stored inside the market container, waiting for you. Let's open this market. On the left side is your current inventory. On the right side is the market container's contents. Here you can see the nitron you just purchased. Note that if you want to put a sell order on something, you can simply drag and drop it from your inventory to the market container. A quicker option is to use the local instant sell window, that will try to get you the best price on offer on the local market. Now, to receive your fuel, simply drag and drop the nitron from the market container to your inventory.
But I already did. Quality 100. Create sell order. No, I don't want to. Okay.
Great. You are now an accomplished trader. When you are ready, you can close the market interface by clicking on the highlighted button. Before we go to the Institute Plaza, let's have a look at the connected Surrogate VR station, just behind you.
Right.
Follow the indicated waypoint.
VR. Where is it? Up there.
I invite you to come back here at the end of this tutorial, and activate any of these Surrogate VR stations. You will be presented with a list of incredible sites to visit, anywhere in Dual Universe, through a remote-controlled robot. You can sort them by the number of recent visitors, to see the most popular first. This is a great way to discover what is possible in Dual Universe. Let's now go in the direction of the plaza, but follow the waypoint to the district teleporters first. In front of you are teleporters that grant you instant access to any of the 10 districts that are placed around the Ark ship. Each of these districts is identical to the one you are currently in, but Novians will start the game in any one of them at random. You can use these teleporters to quickly reach for a particular market, or to meet with friends on another district. Now, let's follow the waypoint to one of the most important places of this district, the Institute Plaza, just at the top of the stairs. In front of you is a map of the plaza, with the different institutes around. There is an institute for each core activity in the game. Go and visit them after we are done. They are fantastic ways to discover the many possibilities that are offered to you. Also, each of them hosts teleporters to interactive tutorials for activities like mining, piloting, building, market operations, industry, etc. Note that this district is not unique. As we saw just before, there are 10 similar districts spread in close proximity to the Ark ship. We have visited the teleporters available between them and available near the market for convenience. Each Alioth district is also paired with a similar district on the Sanctuary Twin Moon. So, you will find plenty of opportunities to get back to the institutes and tutorials wherever you are. Finally, let's get to the last step of our introduction, the Twin Moon shuttle service. Follow the waypoint.
Where's the waypoint? Oh, there it is.
Now, make a left turn and follow the waypoint again.
Okay.
Here we are. In front of you is a button that you will be able to use to call for a free Sanctuary Moon shuttle service. This shuttle will connect you to a similar district on the Sanctuary Twin Moon. I will guide you to get there as soon as this introduction is over, and claim a tile for yourself, using the Sanctuary Territory unit you collected earlier. Let's take a look at the shuttle, which is on your right. At this stage, you may not want to deploy your speeder blueprint. If you do it here, on Alioth, you will have to dismantle it before you can pocket it and eventually redeploy it again on the Sanctuary Twin Moon. To learn how to dismantle a speeder, you should go to the building tutorial in the Building Institute. You should rather keep your blueprint ready to deploy when you are on the Sanctuary Twin Moon, where you will undoubtedly need it to travel to a free tile before claiming it. Remember, to deploy your speeder blueprint, simply double-click on it in your inventory. Alright. That's it. You should now be prepared for the incredible adventure ahead of you. I will always be near you to help if you need. Remember to visit the tutorials, discover the beauty of the world with surrogate stations, and learn more about Dual Universe via the Codex and the Institutes.
Nice, okay.
Just one more thing. I'll put some broad objectives for you in the upper left of the screen. These are suggestions of milestones to follow to properly build up your experience in Dual Universe, and they are very much recommended. Feel free to follow these at any time you feel ready, or to bypass them entirely. Check the objectives section of the map for more details on how to complete these objectives. From now on, I'll be much less directive with you on how to do things. The first of these milestones is for you to reach the Sanctuary Twin Moon. You can use the shuttle service right next to you. Safe travel, Novian. I'll see you there.
I like the humor. Like they know that they just drag you through an hour-long tutorial just to get the basics of the game down, and then like, okay, now we're done. Oh, but oh god, we're gonna go and we're gonna play VR. I want to play VR inside a game that's not VR. Okay. Big ship museum, small ship outpost museum. Medium ship, space station contest museum. Let's connect to that. So now we're playing VR. Huh. So these are some of the stations that people have built. Can we? Let's go and have a look at some of these stations. We're allowed to go inside. There we are. Okay. Empty room. Locker room. Another empty room. Oh, so there's like a counter here. So you can buy tickets to the whatever. And there's whatever that is. Oh, there's also a counter here. Okay. That's a nice little station. Let's go and look at some of the other ones. I like these landing pads here. They look pretty cool. Okay, controls are relatively intuitive. Or almost. Script CPU overload. Okay, lots of landing pads here. Oh, here's an entrance. Oh, that's a lot of high gloss. This is like a waiting area. Toilets, right? Yeah. And showers, okay. Must be more. It's such a big station. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's cool. That's really well done. How do we then exit? Exit this session again? Exit. Yes. Okay. Yeah, some of the lighting, at least that glossy surface was... But again, this is still beta, keep that in mind. So there are still improvements. I think the current roadmap is... Oh, don't quote me on this, but I have... Hold on, I can look that up. That's on the other screen, of course. Okay, never mind. Let's go and take a shuttle service up to that sanctuary moon, and let's get ourselves a base, so we can actually have a place that we can call home. But are there fleet carriers? I guess you could build yourself a fleet carrier. Oh wow. That cutscene needs some polishing. Ah. People on Twitch are like, F4 and look around where you want to go before you take the shuttle. Or not. Oops. I'm gonna find a place. Let's come on water. What's the verdict so far? Sorry, so I just finished the tutorial. Graphics. Yeah. I mean, for a crafting game.
Twin. Now, your next step is to try to locate a free tile on the map, get there and claim it. Try to find a tile not too far from a market, identified with the M icon. This will be useful later. To help you visualize the boundary of a tile in the 3D world, you can also press the Enhanced Visualization HUD key to toggle this display. Try it now. Excellent, you are now ready to go hunt for your free tile. It's probably also a good time for you to deploy your speeder now, so that you can travel faster. If you want to do so, go in your inventory and double-click on the speeder blueprint, then deploy it in the world. Now, to proceed further, I'll be waiting until you have deployed your Sanctuary Territory unit.
People seem to like to take squares around bodies of water. You guys noticed that? Or on mountains. So we could go, like, is there any room around this lake here? Not really. Try to be near a market. Right, so there's a market here. So I could go down to this lake here and maybe take a spot on the coastline of this. That's not too far from a market. Beachfront properties. Yeah, exactly. You know what? We're gonna go down to this area here. Let's go for... I don't know, that one? Maybe that one. Set as destination. So does that mean I now have a destination? Can you ever get more than one? We can get one on a sanctuary moon, but on other moons we can get more than one. Below me. Oh, right. So it is that direction. I was looking at the small mini-map up in the corner. We need to deploy a... I think we got a... People said the Mark 6 was good for upgrading, so... Inspect, stacked, equipped. Put that thing there. Name it. This is gonna be the Astro Speeder Mark 6. Wait, okay, I'm still super far away. Is it too late now? Probably take 20 minutes to fly there. I want to get rid of this though. Can I just press 8? Okay, good. Okay. I need to get closer first by selecting the closest shuttle. So show on the map where I want it again. Okay, so map there. Closest shuttle is that one. Right? I'm up there. This one is significantly closer. I have no idea. Fly line. So back to the shuttle, then teleport to district. How do I know this is district 6? How can you see this is district 6? Point of interest. Yes. Sanctuary 6, got it. How do I get there? Set as destination. So that line up with District 6 shuttle from the planet. I don't know. What? How do I get there? Take a shuttle. The shuttle back up. The shuttle back up. Use those market teleporters in the main area to get to District 6. Ah! God, now I get it. Okay, so we take the shuttle service back. And we watch this super nice cutscene. I get it now. Yes, okay. So, okay, so as I understand it, there are a number of spawn points on the main planet where we started. And each of these are then connected to a district on the Sanctuary Moon. And we now need to go to the correct spawn point on the main planet and then take the shuttle from there back to the Sanctuary Moon. I can do this. Yep. Thank you. Okay, I got this now. Now we need to find the teleporters. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Great. There's a thing up here. I thought I could jump over there. There's just a graveyard of crashed speeders down here. Okay, we're back up. Okay, teleporters. VR stations. Marketplace. Right room ahead or the left? This one kind of looks like... Oh no, these are teleporters. Market teleporters, yes! Okay, how do they work? Activate. Mark enabled. Ah, numbers. I get it. Okay, now I'm going to the wrong one. I have no idea what I'm doing. Matthew, this is open play. They have everybody on the same shot. It means everybody's playing on the same server. That's why they have 10 different spawn points for new players. Live and learn. Exactly, we're learning right now. Okay, District 5. One, two, three, four, five, number 6. Yeah, absolutely. So you have that arc ship in the middle, and then you have 10 spawn points around it, I think. And then you just spawn on any of those. And that's how they prevent it from being crowded, by just having enough of them. And cleverly enough, though, what they have also done is then spread out the spawn points on the Sanctuary Moon to spread people out there as well. So now we are at spawn point 6 instead of wherever we were before. My nationality, I'm Danish. Here, I think. They should be identical. Oh, look, it's actually almost day here. Someone crashed. Can I... Thank you. What game is this? Space Minecraft. It's dual universe. Very recently went into non-NDA covered beta. I think like 3 days ago. Spacecraft. Yeah. Okay, guys, while we're loading here, if you're enjoying the stream, go down, hit the like button. I'm enjoying the game, at least, and I hope you do too. Oh, that sound. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. Oh, that's rough. Okay, only the cutscene. Okay. We are now on our Sanctuary Moon. Right, let's just double check our positioning here. That was a boom. We are there, and we're going there. Yes. Nice. And it's over... in that direction. It's right there. That's a lot closer. Now spawn my hover thingy. Yes, indeed. So let's get some space here. So inventory. Mark 6 and equipped. And boop. And it's gonna be called Astro Speeder Mark 6. Deploy.
Congratulations. You have successfully deployed your speeder blueprint. Now, the next step is to put fuel in the fuel tank.
I'm about to say you need to refuel it, right?
For this, simply open your inventory by pressing the inventory. Great. Search the content of your inventory and look for the nitron fuel. Double-click on its icon to automatically locate the fuel tank on the speeder. It's highlighted. Aim at it, and hold the left mouse button until you fill it entirely.
Astro? Oh, never mind. I'll probably see if I can rename it later, or if not, then it's just gonna be whatever.
Excellent. You're ready to go explore. If you want to start piloting it, target your speeder seat, and activate it by holding the interaction button to start piloting the speeder. I will leave you on your own now. Enjoy exploring Dual Universe.
Can I go over the edge here without dying? Now, I do not recall... why do I not have a marker anymore? Oh, I can scroll. Ah, I can scroll to control the speed. Okay, give me full throttle then. Yeah, I do have a map in the upper right, but there's no marker indicating... Let's just come to a stop here. So right now I'm here. Oh, I have no marker anymore. But I wanted to go to this lake. And I wanted to go and take, I guess, that plot of land. There we go, right? There's a bit of water and it's a small, each part of an island I can build on and... Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, now I have a marker. I wonder how big a plot is. Yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna have a look, and we're gonna look at this area, and we're gonna see what it looks like, and if we like it, then we're gonna take it. Oh, right, so you can see plot sizes. Okay, they're actually pretty decent sized. Frame rate is not amazing, and you drop the quality down from ultra to high, and I'm running on a 2080 Ti. So, and this machine is not, the machine I'm playing on is not streaming. That's handled by a second machine. So this is the performance you can expect to gain from a 2080 Ti running high presets at 1440p. How long do we have to go? There's still a long way to go here. Why am I all of a sudden so slow? I used to be going like 200. Okay, we can fly straight through. Let me see. Boost for B. There's no boost, that doesn't work. Left shift is shift. What? Hover up, hover down is Alt plus space. Lights. Brakes. When do I run out of fuel? I have no idea. I don't know where I can see my fuel. Like, oh yeah, fuel is... Okay, you can't see it because my face is in the way. If you just give me a second here, actually, I'll just move my... to the upper left corner. I think it's less intrusive up there. Now you can see my fuel gauge down at the down to the bottom. Cruise control is Alt-R. Stop engines. Hey, we're actually almost flying. Did I make this? No, we got this from a blueprint, so I didn't make it myself. Oh, here we go. Oh, it doesn't like the trees. Doesn't like the trees at all. Yeah, I think part of the problem here, part of the problem is that it's having a hard time loading this fast enough. Gear? I don't think I have landing gear. Pressing the gear button. Nothing happening. Ah, okay. Cruise control and then and let's not begin to mess around with the build of the ship right now. It pops out behind me that even before I even pass it. I like how stuff just disappears in front of me. What? Doesn't like these frame rates at all. But again, this is a beta, and I can look through a lot of performance issues and stuff that might need an overhaul. I mean, if I'm just gonna quickly see if I can find, just give me a second here, while we are cruising along here anyway. Yes, here we go. This is the roadmap that I've currently been following, right? So right now we are in the summer of 2020, and this is when they have the first open, or not open beta, but what they call beta 1, until then it's been alpha tests. And right now they are planning a release at some point in 2021, so some point next year. And as you can see, there is still a lot of stuff coming. There was some polishing down here, I noticed, and so I guess they are gonna do some upgrades with some of it. And just quickly get chat back here. I can actually see you guys again. I'm not sure about the monetization model. From what it seems on the homepage, that it's going to be a. Why is this so slow again? Go faster. It's going to be like a subscription service thing. I don't know. I feel like it would be better to have it either free to play or pay once, and then allow people to, I don't know, buy cosmetics in game. I don't know. I'll leave that up to developers, but I know there's a lot of people who are not a big fan of subscription services for games. I like the rocks. They could barely keep up with the rocks. Some of them are actually popping in behind me. So it's a bit of a desert here, but there should be a waterside thing soon. Yeah. Thanks for the follows on Twitch. Yeah, that's a fair point, Lord Wall, that a lot of the audience here, of course, will be playing... Oh, hold on. Is this the plot? This is the plot. It's a little bit too deserty for what I was actually had in mind. Is there anything available down here? On the southern side of it? Like, what about that plot there? I would like something with a little bit more grass. This lake is all booked, right? All the coastline on this is already taken. Pretty much, yeah. Could go over here. It's also pretty close to a market. I know it's quite a bit of way to travel. But there are some pretty good lakeside ones here as well. I mean, we have this one here that has a little bit of beach. Actually pretty ideal. If that area looks nice, I'm just gonna go there. Because I want something with a little bit more green. And I want just a slimmer of water in case you want to build some, like, a small beach or something. But I don't want too much, so I'm restricted on build space. Like, you don't want a plot like that, where you're very limited on build space. That should be fine. That one could work as well. And it's still pretty close to a market. Just check this lake up here. There's actually some good plots up here as well. A little bit too much water for my liking, but there are plots available. This one. Who claims a like pure water spot out there in the middle? You know what? I think I'm gonna go for that one over here. Try this one. There was a tiny lake. Where did you see that lake? Oh, wow. What is causing this? Is that the water? Northwest of my destination. Okay, hold on. Let's just get... let's just pause this thing here. We're just gonna get away from the water that seems to cause a absurd amount of lag. There we go, it's better here. Oh right, I think I see it. Is that the lake you're talking about? Close to my destination. To my destination, oh. Oh, this one. Is that the one you were talking about? That might be really good. Small lake. And relatively close. That might be even better. That looks good. Let's go for that. So how far do we have? 40 kilometers. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Yeah, exactly. Less neighbors and that should be fine. And again, we can always build vertically, right? Now we're talking approaching 300 kilometers per hour. Bobo said, you should give Aurora C a go. Game with spreadsheets up the wazoo. Right up your street. Aurora C sharp. Anything that has C sharp in the name of a game sounds scary. Is this game PvE or PvP? It's both. There is PvP elements in the game, but as you can see, you can claim plots of land, and those plots of land are then yours, and nobody can go in and do anything in those plots of land if you don't want them to. So or D flat. C# is a good language. Not a bad word about C#, but if you put C# in the actual name of your game, then I'm a little scared. Again, remember, there's a lot of comments regarding the performance and the graphics. When I'm doing a beta test, what I always look for is the gameplay elements and the core mechanics. I don't worry about the performance. It's very, very common. For someone who plays a lot of beta tests, it is extremely common that a beta test performs really, really, really poorly. But as soon as the thing's released, then it often gets a performance increase. At least I've seen that in many situations. For instance, this is live. This is beta 1. This is the first beta that they're hosting. There's a bit of a graphic or a terrain bug there. Flew over. The honeycomb webbing, that's just, I can disable that if we don't want that. That's just so I can see plots of lands, so I know when I'm traveling through the different plots. But I can just disable that if we don't want that. Fort Carlos. Join an organization. Nope. So the beta will be 3 months long. I think let's just pull up the give me a second here while we're traveling. I'm just gonna pull up the roadmap for the game again so we can have a quick look at it. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. So, right now we are in beta 1 here in the summer. And they're planning to have the next beta run start at the start of 2021. And then at some point, they don't have any... But again, if this is the early 2021, then we're probably looking late 2021 for release. And then they have roadmap for what's gonna come in post-release. And let's get chat back. Hey Sean, and welcome. You saw the latest Elite video from Jingles, I guess. And thank you. Glad you liked the channel. Yeah, I've seen that one. It was actually quite fun. After I saw Jingles, been following Jingles for years since I played World of Tanks. I think I found him through his World of Tanks videos. But he's one of those guys, you know, when you like you join for the game, but you stay for the guy because he's an amazing guy. And when I saw he started playing Elite again, I reached out to him and said, "Hey, I've been playing this game for years. Do you want me to take you around and show you some cool spots around the bubble?" And we arranged a day, and we like spent a couple of hours just flying around, looking at different places, including Mineral Hollow, which is like, if you haven't seen it before, it's always it's always an experience. Will the beta be available to play for the 3 months of a sub? I assume... Beckers, I assume, but don't hold me to it. I assume that the betas is gonna be continuously running. I don't think that they are planning to take down the servers. I think they're just keeping them running, and then they're just doing what they call beta 2. It's just going to be a new large patch essentially to the beta test. But I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me on that. Is that water there as well? Or is this different colored sand? It's just different color sand. Ah, no, there's actually a little bit of water here. If this wasn't a desert, I could have put up something here. Are we there yet? Only 3 kilometers. I don't think everything will be wiped. They might... okay, so they wiped everything when they went from alpha to beta. So I would expect that they're gonna wipe everything when they go from beta to launch. But... oh, this is perfect. I like this. Like the hillside. There's some trees. There's a little bit of forest on this plot. See, we have this hillside here. We have a small bit of lake. We have our own little forest. You know what? How do I get out of this? And there are mineable materials, it seems. Lots of them. All them rocks. Equipped. This is important where I put this. Can't move it though. Okay, so let's put it somewhere where it's not gonna be in the way. Basically, I'm gonna run to the edge of the tile and put it over here. Oh, the water is really not good for the frame rate. I'm gonna place it here. Name territory. D2EA, whatever, I don't know. Frontier Station, D2A Station, I like that. Enterprise. Yeah, you know what, Enterprise. We're gonna go with Enterprise. Enterprise.
Fantastic. You are now the proud owner of a territory tile on a sanctuary moon. Check it out in the map. This unlocks the possibility for you to mine, or to harvest surface minerals, within your tile. Go and harvest some materials on the surface to start with. We will then be able to go and sell it to make a bit of money.
Was there any difference? Oh, and then it despawns. This one looks cool. I want to know if there's any way... Hold on, I had a scanner. Oh. Right. Okay, I'm just making holes in the ground now. So some of them takes longer to harvest. I guess that means they're more valuable. Like these ones. Oh, stuff is still spawning, it seems. Okay, no plans to wipe. That one looks cool. So what, this goes in my inventory, or how does this work? Coal, marble, limestone, quartz. Okay. Can I see what this is? Ah, it says right here on the interface. So this is... Okay. This is coal. I don't know what materials I need, so I'm just gonna run back to the speeder thing. Oh. So what's the difference? You can't mine that. I like this little forest. I'm gonna try to keep that intact, I think.
Excellent. You have now collected a bit of valuable ore, and it's time to go and sell it. You can continue to mine if you prefer, but when you are ready, I've put a waypoint to the nearest market for you. You can also open the map and search for the little M icons on it to locate available markets.
I like this plot of land. This is a good plot of land. And I can't find my speedster. It should be right here. Oh, there it is. So now we're gonna go all the way to the market, really? Find a flat place. I guess my base would be over here. There's kind of a flat-ish area. What happens if I continue mining? Oh, right. It just goes directly to my inventory. I want to build something. Should be able to flatten the land. Right. Smooth voxel tool. Harvest tool. Area smooth voxel tool. To smoothen out or flatten any construct voxel within a predefined selected area. Let's put, that sounds like a thing I want. Let's put that on, no, on 3. This tool cannot equipped. How does this work? How does... But... Equipped. And then it changes. This is used in building mode. Guess we haven't gotten to that part of the tutorial yet. Can we drive over and see what our neighbors are up to? You know, go and say hi. He's built a little flat thingy and a spawn point. I had in mind that... Yeah, this is quite a bit steep hill, so it will be difficult to build on, but we'll manage. So we should go to build mode somehow. Because our current destination, the market, is 24 kilometers away. Okay, hold on. Right. B does nothing. Okay, maybe we should just follow the tutorial. You should buy a static core, then you can build your base. I live 30 kilometers from the mark. It's a long ride. Do I have a static core? Stupid speedster. I have some cores I saw earlier, right? All them tools. Maybe not. Oh, that was probably used to build the speedster, of course. Hold on. I want to know, how does water work? I mean, the hover things obviously fly above it. Okay, the tutorial will have me do that. Okay, fair enough. Right. Okay, that needs improvements. I mean, they have the sounds down. That's good, but I would imagine some kind of swimming. Yeah, let's go back to the speedster. Let's get to the market. Yeah, I know I can mine underwater. And then more rocks just spawns in. Oh, look at this. This is a big one. There it is. So now we just have 24 kilometers to drive. I need to build a faster speedster. Problem is, I think we are kind of limited not by how fast the speedster is, but how fast the game can actually load our surroundings. Oh, the frame rate. Oh, come on. Can we, if I just look down, is it better? Nope, not at all. I wanted to get the trees out of my field of view, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I just tried to turn off the grid view. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Okay, so it pauses you when you go to the... given it all the threats it won't. Motion blur, volumetric clouds, disable that. Voxel quality. Let's drop that. Okay, this requires a game restart. Let's not do that now, because a game restart means we're gonna be in a login queue, and that took 15-20 minutes last time. Yeah, but again, lowering the resolution would probably help, as well as oh, what? Okay, lowering the resolution. Oh, the queue is up to 900 right now. When I logged in, the queue was just shy of 700, and it took like 20 minutes. Okay, this is a good point. So just let's do a quick recap of what I'm still like not even close to being done with the tutorial. And my point, so far, my feeling is the game has potential. I like the core mechanics of it. Obviously, there's some polishing needed. It's a little rough around the edges, especially on the graphical side, but the tutorials is really well done, and I like that they took and tried to make a basic tutorial, because I mean, even the basic tutorial, to be honest, was quite long, about an hour. But I like that they didn't take these like dedicated areas you could go into if you want to have more. If you have more details about a certain topic, you can go and take those like dedicated advanced tutorials. I think that's pretty good. Goes rough around the edges. All there is are edges. But general improvements of the graphics, or at least the performance, would be nice. I don't mind the graphic. I think it would be fine. I mean, when we were running around the planet, it looked. I mean, we were running around on our plot of land back there. It looked good. Looked okay. The problem is just this loading in, making the landscape. You see there, just the whole forest loaded in there. That the landscape seems like it seems boring, because there is nothing there when you're traveling in the speedster over the planets, because it just doesn't load in quick enough. See, this is just blank, but you can see it just needs to load all that. You can see now when it loads in the grass, if that was loading faster, I think that would be that would help a lot with the looks and feel of the game. But I think it's definitely a game I will be posting, I'll be keeping an eye on, coming back and taking a look at it from time to time, see how it develops. Did I build this ship? No, I got a blueprint for it in the tutorial, and then I just built it from the materials. Oh, hold on. There we go, should stop here. And then I built it with some materials that they also gave me during the tutorial. So this is like a starter ship that I didn't have to build myself. But I could. This is built with the in-game tools, so I guess it would be doable. Oh, everything is tanking here. Oh, this is not pretty. Oh, there we go. Come on, you can see as soon as it actually loads in all the grass and stuff. It feels like earlier Subnautica times. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, I didn't play Subnautica and I didn't play Subnautica at all.
Now head for a market pod and sell your harvested ore. If you are not quite sure how to use the market to sell, remember you can go to the market tutorials, that are accessible inside the market building. I'll put a waypoint for you if you need to find them.
Internal server errors. Well, that's not good. We have some VR stations over here. Now what? Not that I'm gonna make it different which one I'm going to, but I also like that when I'm walking 9 kilometers per hour, and I can run at 20. This is 9 kilometers per hour. This is what would for normal people be a full sprint. Actually, let's just go and have a look. I mean, just so you know what kind of hardware I'm running on. We're sitting at 32 gigs of memory. I'm running a Ryzen 9 3950X. And for graphics, we're running a 2080 Ti. And looks like the graphics card is just working like full on. CPU is just basic. There's like one core there that's doing a little bit. It is consuming a... Oh, that's actually not... I thought that was gigabytes. That's nothing. But the GPU is absolutely just maxing out the GPU. And the market thing is not my end. This is something on their end, I think. I might have to lower some of the settings to get it to behave a little bit better. Building tutorial. Ah, okay, we can get that there. Okay, you know what? It seems like we can't really get any further with the tutorial now. Oh, what happened now? I have no control anymore. Did it crash? I think we might have a crash. Okay. Yes, there are things that needs to be polished. I think that's that is very obvious. Oh no, there we go. It's back. It's back. GPU melted. Okay, I think I'm going to call it here for today, and I'll have to come back and then hopefully we can get into the market at some point. Ganking time. No, we're not gonna go and begin ganking people. I will start this with this stable. Yeah. Okay, so I can see the core mechanics of Dual Universe. It has some potential for sure, and yes, it needs some stabilization, some optimization to actually be able to be running on a like decent computer. So I think I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it, and I could see this being quite an entertaining game if you are into the whole industry building kind of thing. And I'll most likely do a first impression video, like basically take my experience from this live stream and condense that into a shorter video. Maybe I'll finish the tutorial just so I have that part of the game. We haven't really got to the building part yet, which seems to be like the core mechanic in the game, is like you build stuff and things, right? So I'll probably do a first impression kind of video at some point, so stay tuned to the channel if you are interested in that. If you enjoyed today's live stream, then do remember to go down and hit the like button. It helps a lot, and is especially during the live streams. So in the chat you will now find a whole host of links. If you scroll up a little bit, you will find both links both for the social channels if you want to follow the channel, and you'll also find links to Streamlabs where you can do one-time donations, as well as a link to Patreon. Oh, wow.
Thanks for the great content.
Dude. What? Well, you're very welcome. Oh, you completely messed up my ending there. Leon, are you in chat? Wow. Thank you, man. That was very generous. Okay. As I was saying, there are links for Streamlabs where you can do one-time donations, just as Lena just did, as well as the merch store where you can buy merchandise, and Patreon if you want to support the channel on a recurring basis. All money that comes in through Patreon and donations go directly to buying equipment and upgrading the stuff that I have so that I can make better looking, better sounding videos. At the moment, I'm looking into getting a proper shock mount for my microphone so that you don't get these when I touch the table. It doesn't sound that much in the microphone. Not that expensive, but upgrade I want to do. And also there's a link in the chat for Discord if you want to join the channel's community. We play lots of games over there, not just space games, but of course the main game being played is Elite Dangerous. There's also a growing number of people playing Star Citizens, Eve Echo, and hopefully now we can also get some people playing Dual Universe over there, and also other like non-space related games. Nice chill community where we just hang out, play games, have fun, and talk about the things we like. So I hope I'll see you there. I might be hanging out. Yeah, I will be hanging out over there for about an hour here after the stream in the voice chat, so you're more than welcome to come over and say hi. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.